Welcome back, guys. Thanks for joining me one more time for another beer review, another installment of Hoggie's Quick Beer Reviews, and today we have what's left of a six-pack of Rogue's Mocha Porter. Take a look at that, guys. This is, of course, from Rogue Ales in Oregon. This is their Mocha Porter, and there's only 3 beers left in the sixer. I had the other 3 the other night, night before last, because it's been cold in Miami, and you know, it was kind of frosty a couple nights ago. So me and my girlfriend went to the store. She wanted some hot chocolate, so we picked up all the stuff for her to make her hot chocolate. And I felt like a dark beer, because these are, you know, this kind of beer is the kind of stuff I like to drink when the weather gets cold. I'm not a real big fan of spiced beers, but I like a good stout, a good porter, you know, especially the imperial stuff sometimes. But that's the kind of thing I drink when it's nippy. So, thing is, I'm really lucky that my neighborhood Winn-Dixie supermarket has a little craft beer section. Now, I don't know if Winn-Dixie's gonna, you know, change over little by little all their stores, or if it's just like certain stores in select areas, but they have a few down in Miami that have a decent little craft beer selection. In this case, there's several Dogfish, several Rogue beers, a few Avery's, some Saranac, some Woolivers, some Abita, you know, a few things here and there. And out of the Rogue beers they have Dead Guy, which I love, y'all know that. They have the American Amber, which is also very good, and they have this. And up until the other night, I had been passing by this beer ever since I've been shopping at that store. But its time came, I picked it up, and I had a few that night with dinner, and we bought some, we didn't really have dinner, we just, you know, finger foods and, you know, stuff to pick at, you know. But, the thing is, I drank them and I enjoyed it, but I wasn't really in an analytical mood. I was eating, and you know, I wasn't really thinking too much about the beer. So I figured the ones that are left, I'll give them a good review and let you guys know what the Mocha Porter is all about, or at the very least, what I think the Mocha Porter is all about. So, just to break it out right quick, show you the bottle, same logo there, Mocha Porter. On the 6-pack here, it says, ruddy brown in color, a bittersweet balance of malt and hops, a surprisingly light and refreshing taste. And under that, Rogue always lists the ingredients, and under that it says 13 ingredients, and I won't read all of them, but you should know it's 8 or 9 of them. I think it's 8 out of the 13 are malts. So this is malty. There's a lot of different malt in here. I think only 2 kinds of hops. Let me see. Yeah, Centennial and Pearl hops. So 8 kinds of malt, 2 kinds of hops in Rogue's Mocha Porter. For this, of course, I have to break out the Dead Guy glass. I love this thing. And before we pop it open, let me just check Beer Advocate for you. And Mocha Porter from Rogue in Oregon. This is 5.3% ABV. It's an American porter, and it gets a B+ out of 1,030 reviews. So that's pretty damn good. The bros give it an A-. So that's your Beer Advocate rating. And let's just get to the beer. Now, I pulled these out the fridge about maybe 10-15 minutes ago. Still nice and cool, but not cold. You know what I mean? Ooh. That is a smoky beer. I like that. Alright. Of course, this is a porter. This is going to be a very dark beer. Off top, it is pouring a nice dark color. The head is a dark khaki color, more or less, and it smells good from here. Let's see. I don't see the light through it, guys, but it doesn't look pitch black. I'd put this at a very, very dark brown. I do get a little brown around the edges. See for yourself what little there is to see there. Yeah. But it's a nice, I mean, it's your typical porter, man. It's really, really dark. Poured a nice fat finger ahead there. Chocolate. Bit of coffee. Some hops. A bit citrus. I mean, as far as the hops go, it's under the malt. But it's there. You can smell the hops, and it's kind of a citrusy hop. Surprisingly more hops than you'd expect in the nose of a beer like this. But we are talking about Rogue. But yeah, man, chocolatey, roasty, coffee-y malt. Smells delicious though. Especially when you have this beer with some chocolate. Great mix. Great mix. That was some milk chocolate and semi-sweet chocolate melted together. I think it was about 2/3 semi-sweet, 1/3 milk chocolate. But yeah, man, it was good stuff. So yeah, try something like this with chocolate. It's a good mix. But now, let's taste this guy and see what's really in here. See what those 13 ingredients taste like. It tastes good. A surprisingly light and refreshing taste is what this says. And I have to agree. Light and refreshing, as far as a dark beer can get to be light and refreshing, this approaches it, man. This is close. It's a little lighter than you may expect it to be with a darker color. And it is a bit carbonated. Has a crispness on the palate. But I mean, you get that roasted malt up front. It's very well balanced. There's roasted malt. You get those chocolatey flavors, coffee flavors, roasted flavors. And at the same time, you get this almost citrusy bitterness, citrusy, piney bitterness floating right along with the malts. Very well balanced. Almost from the first sip all the way across, it's very well balanced. You get both ends of that spectrum. And it finishes with a mild bit of hop oil, of hop resin on the back of the tongue. But yeah, it's thinner than you would expect for something like this. It really is. It's not a bad thing. If you want a stout that's not too heavy, or a dark beer, stout or porter that's not too heavy, this might be good for you. Because, like it says, it is surprisingly light. I don't know about refreshing, but I think that could work too. But I mean, it's tasty. Although, to be completely honest, all those rich roasted malt, coffee, and chocolate flavors that were in the nose are not as apparent in the flavor. This is by no means a bad beer. This is quite tasty. I like this, and I'll probably be buying this again. But my socks are still on. I'm not overwhelmed. I mean, it's not spectacular. There's nothing really amazing about this beer. If all those flavors that are in the nose came through, then, you know, on the taste, then we may be talking about some here. But they really don't. I mean, you get a good roast. There's a nice roasted profile to it. There are hints of chocolate, hints of coffee, but compared to the nose, it is a bit of a letdown. It's still a very easy drinking porter. It's very tasty, and if you're a hophead and you like a little bit of hops, they're there all the way across, even leaving that little bit of resin on the finish. The finish is relatively clean, and yeah, man, I like it. I like it, but my socks are still on. That's about all I can say. It looks good. It smells good. It tastes good, and the lacing is nice. So, I mean, if you're fans of stouts and porters, especially the ones that are a little more coffee-ish and chocolatey, this might be for you. Or if you want a dark beer that is still kind of light and easy to drink, this might be for you. But if you've had all those dark beers already and you're looking for something that's going to blow you away, this might not be for you. This is a solid glass half full. And that's it. It's a good beer, but nowhere near a great beer. A good beer from Rogue, but there's better porters out there. And if you want coffee, if you want chocolate, there's better examples of chocolatey or coffee-ish dark beers. So I'll leave it at that. Strong glass full. I consider this a winner from Rogue because it's nowhere near a bad beer, but again, not spectacular. Try it at your own risk and let me know what you think. Thanks for joining me, guys. Stay warm. Cheers.